No, I want you to talk. I'm going to move around. Oh, good morning. I didn't put my headphones in either. Yes, a little microphone like Stan has would be nice with a little cat thing on it. Okay, the wind is blowing right at me.
I didn't bring my.
Okay, there we go. Good morning. Welcome to Simply Live. How are you guys doing? We're coming to you from Plumosa Road. Yep, coming to you from Plumosa Road in Quartzsite, Arizona today. Um, I've been camped near the Hobotech Snaznak camp for nearly a couple of weeks, and I was going to move for my own camp together weekend, but I only heard from a few people, and some of them were already here at this camp. So I decided not to move my rig and to stay right here. So, good morning. Oh, Shane, hi. Hi. Uh, Thinking something thoughts. Wait a minute. I wish that I should I should tell somebody that on. Hi, Ken or Kenneth. I don't know whether you like being called Ken or Kenneth. But hi. Yeah. I know I have my hat on and I am trying to shade my eyes. I know you guys would like to see my eyes, but um, the sun is so bright I wouldn't be able to read the phone. So, um, oh, hi, Iris. Oh, that's nice. Simply awesome travelers. That's good. So you can see that is a new person, Bernadette. She's been on here with us before. She was new to being in the desert and in that white van right there. So she came out and let's see. We have 6 people on. Thank you for coming. So welcome to Simply Live with Simply Lesa. I'm going to be here with friends today. And yes, I keep moving the phone around. I'm not very good at holding it still. Some of you know that I have MS. Well, people who have been out here a long time. I was diagnosed with MS a year ago after problems for years, and I have health issues. And there's Miss Catherine. Catherine, wave at us. She's kind of behind me a little bit. I needed me in the my face in the sun, but she needs her back to the wind and the sun. And hopefully you can hear me okay. It is. The wind is cold. If somebody could let me know that you can hear me okay, even with the wind, that would be helpful because I can go get a microphone. Well, a microphone. I could go get earphones and put in.
Good, Lisa.
Oh, I am.
You're
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Catherine's saying she can hear me. So, okay. Oh, great, Shane. Thank you. So, oh, and Shane, I'm going to not say what's happened, but I'm going to say, would everybody out here that is a praying person, would they please pray for Shane and for his peace of mind and some other things? He's had something happen and a change uh, in his personal life, and his business is doing pretty good, but he could use a couple more jobs. So if you guys would just just pray about that for him, that would be probably helpful. I have not done any kind of introduction this morning. Um, and I see new people coming in, so it's hard for me to read it with the sunshine in my eyes. But um, good morning. Okay, who's with all the prayer things? I can't see the name. Can you read those, Catherine? But hi, Shane. Hi, Iris. Hi, Kenneth. Hi, all these people. That's something other people do when they're on their lives. So, yep. And I'm seeing, camp buddies are around. Let's see. I'm going to turn the camera around for a second. Let you see the other side of camp. I just that is if it will do it. I have to press it harder. There you go. So Mark's over there in that white Astro van. He's standing up, moving around. He said he'd come over in a few minutes. And then this is where my rig is. And there's that's Steve from California's place. He's an interesting man who has built airplanes and stuff. The Class A RV on the other side is Doozy, who was on Snaznak's uh, live a couple of nights ago, maybe Friday night. He plays guitar. He was a professional guitar player. And then I don't know if you can see, I'm going to get up. Oh, you're seeing my license plate. Well, oh well. That'll change too because I'm able to get a what's it called? I'm going to be able to get a vintage license plate this year. The orange van way over there is a 4-wheel drive, really cool van from New Mexico. That guy's pretty cool, and I think his name is Mark. I think his name was Mark. Anyways, he's cool. The vintage looking, it's a retro camper. It's not actually vintage. It's another lady I met. She's new to being out here with a service dog. And she wants me to teach her how to braid hair because of the wind. And this guy is Eugene in the blue truck. He's Navy. The flag is a Navy flag. This person, I don't know who it is. I think I met them, but I don't remember his name. And that's a really cool Overlander trailer. I haven't been in it, but it's cool. That's Snaznak's van, or Stan with Snaznak. I'll show you his decal sticker in a little bit, so you know that. Let's see. And then there's Mark. And then Hobotech's over in the camper, and the red van's somebody else, but that's
Pat.
Oh, that's Pat? Okay.
Yeah.
The yellow one, I don't remember.
Then there's a Class A on the other side of Tom there that is Pat's daughter and grandkids.
Oh, right,
here.
the kids. Yeah, because there's kids there. And then this van is Tom, who in a few short days or something is turning 80.
Yes.
Yes, and he's from New Hampshire. Whoops, this van. My finger was in the wrong place. And then this RV is full Dana and the kids. Dana, Steve. Let's see if I can remember. Ethan. I don't remember the girls' names.
Cheslin and Aubrey.
Cheslin and Aubrey. They're full tiny house in this rig. And Dana was going to come out, but she's not an early riser, so I don't know if we'll see her. And then this rig is Homer and Kat. And this is Kat.
Hi.
Hi. So you want to talk a little bit, Kat? You want to...
About what?
I don't know.
It's been fun out here. Just cold this morning. So
yeah, the wind
yesterday was nice.
Oh yeah, yesterday the wind was mild.
Yeah,
like hardly anything.
Nice. And we could sit out. I had shorts on, working on my winter tan.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it was a good day.
And we played cards with the kids. We've had card games a couple of times.
Games, playing trouble.
Yeah, we've done that. That's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
So, but I mean, this has been one of the peaceful Hobotech parties that we've ever had.
Right.
So.
And my little get together camp together didn't turn out the way I was hoping for, but it's still, we're in a calm area, so it's good enough to just be off to the side of it.
Maybe next year more people come out.
Well, I'll advertise it better. If I can get rid of the scammers and trolls that just found me in the last couple of days, then I'll probably advertise it better and try to do a better job and have something for a windbreak out here, because the wind is incredible.
Well, we could have done it inside our new clam that Pat gave us.
Yeah, well,
but
I don't have lights and stuff. Yeah, I didn't have the lights to do all that. So. Oh, hi, Bunny. I see more names. Anybody that wants to ask a question, please remember to put 3 Q's, uppercase Q's, in front of your question so I can see it quicker. Catherine's going to help me this morning to kind of watch for questions as well. Oh, there's the back of Steve. I won't show his face unless he wants to come over. And yeah, I thought Terry, so this little van on this side, okay, let's see. This is Bernie, and I think Bernie's family, I know her brother has just connected with me online too. So if Bernie's family's watching, that's where she is. And the van on that side of Bernie, that van over there, that is Shadow. And this is my friend, okay, the Class C. Okay, my finger, you can't see my finger. Where's my finger? There we go. The Class C over there, that's G, or I think it's Travels with Georgie or something. And then there's another little minivan here. That's Terry from Postcards with Terry. She was she was in the movie and on the in the Nomadland movie, and she was Bob's girlfriend once and whatever, and she's an old friend of mine. And then way up in front of her, you can't see behind that tree, there's another minivan, and it's a lady who's brand new out here, and she's older and really cool lady. Anyways, but she's a little shy. So you've seen a 360 of camp. And now my little gear that's set up here. Okay, Miss Mary gave me this chair the other day. I don't know, it's very low, and when the legs sink in the sandy ground, that's kind of annoying, but whatever. It is a chair. I gave away my red Ozark Trails chair to somebody who just loved it. It was hurting my back. And this is my little fire pit that's smoldering from earlier this morning. The wind's blowing the wrong direction for it to keep us warm. And then this is my new, I'll do reviews on these things, but this is my new I Climb table. Love this. I do think that I've already put it out on the store, on my Amazon store, but it has a lantern hook on it. And I can, at any time I want, I can add additional pieces to make it taller or longer or bigger or, whatever. So that's that. And let's see, I removed the Dora the Explorer backpack from the back of the tire. So there's a little naked spot back there, but I'm trying to decide whether I want to mount my shovel there or if I want to make, and I might do it with Miss Catherine has a sewing machine in her Class A. I might make a trash bag specific for the back, but so because I kind of like the trash back there. And anyway, so that's that. What else? Anything else I did? Oh, I did this. I did this week too. Oops. I don't know. I think that's gonna blind you all. Let me go around this side. I got my recovery tracks mounted on the roof. Now I'm gonna have to pull them down and put the rubber mat under them because the rubber mat came after I got them, and that will keep them from messing up the fiberglass on the top. But my recovery tracks are mounted on the roof. Yay, 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 yay. And I've been able to drive with them. So that's a big deal to get those out of the car. I added an RTR sticker, but I'm going to get numbers for the years that I've been at RTR and probably make a circle or make a row of all the years I've been at RTRs. So that'll be out here, but that's on the outside there. People are asking me for stickers. I'm going to have to order stickers. So, I don't know. What are we talking about today? Friends. We're talking about friends a little bit. I'm going to try to, let's see if I can have my face enough shadowed, but so I can interact with Catherine a little more. Let's see. I can't put us both on camera the way I'm sitting.
You can be on camera.
Well, no, I got you on camera instead. But friends, it was a long time in between you and me seeing each other too.
Yeah, we met at the Jamie's, I think,
Van
Bill.
Okay, maybe.
The one where he had to move 3 times.
Yes. Yep.
So that was the second year that he put it out. So
yeah.
So
yep, that was a van build. I went prepared to cook for everybody and bought an Easy Up in order to have a food tent, and then all that moving around, it all just what a kerfluffle that was, right? That was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
but
I think I went the next year when he had it up on
Shea Road
there in
Parker.
And so after that, it's like, well, I don't need any work, and I mean, it just got too big for me.
Right.
Like,
yeah, and he was starting to charge admission fee.
Yeah.
And I went near that, but I didn't go in.
Yeah.
And I was right close by when that van burnt that year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
I remember that.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that happened, but I was camping with some other people, and that year I was making pretty window covers for people.
Mm-hmm.
And using the 3M77 to glue fabric that looked like wallpaper on one side and black or whatever color matched their cars on the other side. I was doing a lot of that year. Yep. But it's cool to, go off, and you guys really stay more in touch with a lot of friends out here?
Well, we have several tribes that we run with. So I mean, full tiny house we pretty much all the time, and then
Because you're kind of adoptive grandparents over
yeah,
there. Yeah,
we're
your
the
family.
camping grandparents. So
Yeah,
we get to spoil them when we're out here when we can't be near our our biological grandkids. So
right,
because they're all spread out, Georgia and
right,
Texas and all that.
right.
So, but
Don't know, just somebody pulling in.
yeah. So yeah. Let's see.
So yeah, you camp with a bunch of other people and
Yeah,
other tribes,
SNS
and you've had
RV Cat, Sharon and Sal, we
okay,
camp with.
yeah,
So they're come and go.
right,
Same way we were with Aja and her group, and
right,
it's open road destination. So
yeah, coming and
sometimes
going
we
for
go show up with them, but I haven't been up to her property yet. It
right.
just haven't been able to get over there after this last summer, being broken down with a blown head gasket. You don't go
Right,
anywhere.
and I can't even imagine a blown head gasket in a rig like that. I can't even imagine. That's got to be like stressful beyond belief.
Uh,
I mean, it's hard enough with a car.
I'm thinking we're never gonna travel again, and us
Yeah,
when we get the urge to go, we go,
right.
and when you can't go, you
It's
feel like a prisoner
yeah,
wherever you are.
right, right.
So,
And this year you got to have you had LTVA passes before? Now
yeah,
for
this
people
is our third year, I believe.
okay. So for people that don't know, LTVA passes are long term. It's BLM long term visitor area. Um, there's 9 areas available in the Arizona California
hmm Area
area, and you pay about $180
180
for is it
seven
September
for 7 months. So
7
from
months
September to April.
April, which is 7 months. But if you only want to come for 2 weeks, you can do it for right around $40.
Yeah, $40.
Yeah, and it includes dump station and trash and water and things like
Mhm.
that. And there's lots and lots of place out there on those LTVA areas for you to camp. I mean, there's a big amount of land, and a lot of people come in and just the first little spot where they see people, they pull in like it's a parking lot, and so it's all crowded right in the
Yeah, in the
entrance.
beginning.
And then if you
Open
go
up.
just a little bit over, there's acres and acres and acres of land where you can find your own little spot and have your own little group of friends and just get comfortable. There's no reason to be right stuck in the beginning. I have a friend who it's her first year, and she has well, you guys have met Betty Joe. She's been out here.
Mhm.
And her first year, she found a spot that she liked kind of close to the front and close to a bathroom just in case.
Yeah.
But she has stuff in her rig. She has a travel trailer and an SUV, and she had 15 Class A's come in and park 10 feet from her camper.
Yeah.
And she went out and, guys, I'm right here. Could you move over a little? Look at all the. And they were like, no, we're not moving. And it's like, don't be like that to each other. Give people a little bit of space. There's plenty of room. There's no reason for y'all to be all jammed up in one little spot. But whatever. That's partly opinion here. So, but LTVs A's are great if you're not used to boondocking, and to get used to to sort of stick your toe in the Quartzsite kind of atmosphere, and then to go ahead and um, explore from there. And then you might notice all the free places, so you don't have to pay another year if you don't want to, because it's very simple and it's very inexpensive and easy to be in this area to camp. The weather can be extreme, so if you like
This
me,
year's been the worst. I mean, last year wasn't this cold
well,
that I can remember.
I've maybe not last year, I wasn't here, but some years, my first year out here, it was 17 degrees and raining for 3 weeks. It was horrible.
Okay.
So sometimes it's really, really windy, and and cold, and sometimes you get more shorts weather. Yeah, you get more 60-degree and sunny. I've had trouble getting sunburns. I've had trouble getting wind burnt.
Yeah.
I've had trouble, yeah, with all kinds of things. Getting too dry. Sometimes people have trouble with the dust devils coming through, and then their sinuses get all infected, and so there's different things like that. So having some place to get out of the wind is nice. So I'm seriously considering having something for next season. And I'm also, now that I've touched base with the Hawa gang and RTR people, and yes, I had time to visit with Sue-Ann and Tony and Karen and Brian Gifford, and trying to remember all the people. Bob, I can't remember the other Bob's last name, but the Bob from New York City. I got to visit with him. I didn't get to see Bob Wells, but Sue-Ann said she'd pass on a message if I didn't see him. So next year I will apply, and I will probably teach a class or do something at an RTR, so you guys can meet me that way and benefit from some of the other things I do. Did I finish that thought enough, Catherine?
Yeah. Well, with LTVA, there's only two places that have all three. Not all of them have the trash and the water
and the
that.
dump.
You might have trash at some, water at others.
Right.
So you just got to look on the pamphlet to see, what's nearby,
Right.
what they have.
And the locations are very different in character too.
Yeah.
Like La Posa North is very close to Quartzsite, so people who are looking for work often go in that one.
Yeah.
And La Posa North and South, both are they look very similar. But if you're across the street in Tyson Wash, it's sandier, and
they're putting in new
bathrooms and bathrooms over at Tyson Wash.
Water and dump for
Right,
RVs,
right.
So.
And then if you go down to Holtville Hot Springs, it's a whole different flavor. And the hot springs are across the street outside of the LTVA there. And Imperial Dam is up on a hill and very windy.
Well, now part of that is LTVA, and the part up on the hill is another $75 too. But that's a year pass.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's new to me.
So
okay.
You got to be careful of staying on LTVA.
VA, all right.
Or
whatever
on the hill there, that's a different pass that you can get right there.
Because
their office there.
Okay, because up on the hill, that one, they even have like a coffee club in the morning and a campfire thing and sing-alongs, and so they have activities up on that.
You can be down by the water, but you have to be careful too, because if you hear the horns, you're going to have to move because they're going to flood you out.
Yeah.
So
right. But I like the free camping down in that general area, the Mitri Lake, and not so much cell signal at Mitri Lake, but the general Mitri Lake and Fortuna. Now they're calling it lake, but I knew it as Fortuna Pond.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorite places down there because I'm a water girl. I'm not a rock girl. I'm a seashell girl. So wait for the Baja pictures when I get down there, because that ought to be fun. Yeah. And I am, when I go to Yuma, before, I'm supposed to meet up my friends early in March, the first week of March. And they're going to, the rest of the gang's going to meet up in Vegas to go on to come down, but I'm not going to go north to go south because of my budget, right? I want to save all the gas money I can, so I'm going to go to Yuma first, and then I'll meet them in Yuma or near San Luis when we cross the border. And so when I get down to Yuma, I'm going to go looking for another bathing suit so I can have, having choices with bathing suits is always a good thing in my opinion. And so I'll be looking for another bathing suit down there so that I can go swimming and stuff. I have something, but I'd like something better. And I don't know. That's all right. I'm going to run back through here and see.
Somebody asked if you will be at Van Aid.
I have not planned on van aid.
Beyond the Road is asking that.
Yeah, I have not planned on van aid. I don't know enough about it to be honest with you. I have not looked it up. And I really was nervous about coming down and being with people again, and especially people from this group. I'd had, it's not the whole group, but I'd had some things happen over the years. And after being so scared with my health and everything else, I just didn't know. I would have tried to visit some people that were at SimplyLesa, but um, I I didn't realize what was going on at SimplyLesa, and I never stayed at Palooza before. I stayed in Ehrenberg, so I just found out on Instagram that my other friends, Uncharted Overland, they're a family that lives in a large, huge box truck with a big deck on the back of it. Love those folks. They they evidently were there, and the wife, I'm trying to remember her name, I want to say it's Jen, but I don't think that's right. Anyways, she does fire dancing. She just learned how, so she evidently was one of the fire dancers, and I would have loved to have gone and camped or met up with them. I often get concerned with those kinds of party situations, though, that there's going to be marijuana and tobacco smoke so thick that I react badly. I'm allergic to marijuana and tobacco, and when I went near the lit cactus, I was probably 150 feet away and I broke out in hives. So I'm not trying to have that happen. So protecting myself keeps me on the outside an awful lot.
Well, you did okay that day. You were in our rig on the windy day when we had the propane buddy heater on.
Yes.
But I was concerned that that was going to be,
Right.
hurting you.
Right. I
But it
was
was warm enough in there we could shut it down.
right, and I was careful when I came in to check how strong the smell was,
Yeah.
and I hadn't had any allergic reactions in a while, so I didn't have. I knew that I was pretty clean and I should be kind of okay. And then you didn't have it on for very long.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So, and last night I visited with Georgie or G over there in the Class A, and he turned his off when I first went in, and I was all right with that. But I have to be very, very careful. I can be in a rig that has a vented heater.
Mhm.
So some of the schoolies have the Dickerson, I forgot the number, P1200 or something like that, propane heaters, and they have a chimney,
Okay.
right? So they're vented to the outside. I can be in those rigs. That doesn't bother me at all. But
if our heater was working, would you be able to
I could be
be in there with it?
a little bit, yes.
Okay.
It depends on. It depends. The Wave 3 heaters, I have some trouble with.
Okay.
Well, Wave 3s, Wave 6, because they're not vented.
Yeah.
And so I have a little trouble with those. Sometimes when people are cooking, it depends on whether they've got something on the stove and they've been boiling it for hours or something, or if they're making a pot of spaghetti.
Yeah.
I can't come in your rig.
Yeah.
There's just too much in the air.
Yeah. Well, I figured open flames that would be
It's
or the
more.
Oven, it
Yeah.
would be more, but
Yeah.
I think our heater runs on propane, but it's also part of the electric.
Yeah, if yours is the built-in heaters, they have
yeah.
they have an exhaust on the
Yeah,
outside,
so that
and
should be
I
okay.
can usually go in on those.
Okay.
But I am trying to, I'm trying to figure out something that I can do out here to have a tent with a wood-fired. I'm moving around again. A tent with a wood-fired wood stove.
Yeah.
That I can, tent or enclosure of some kind where I can keep it, get out of the wind and
Mhm.
keep,
Okay.
can I do that? Get out of the wind and keep
TJ
keep
just
it warm
came
if
on
we
too.
need it. Oh, TJ Shack, hey. I hope I gave you guys good information last night. When you get a chance, rewatch this because I just finished talking to Kat about the LTVA. Kat, I'm gonna hand you this. I'm gonna go stir my
Okay.
beef tea.
I'll be camera gal.
Oh, I don't know if no, it's still going. I have the stove backwards. Not backwards, but whatever. Whatever. There we go. It'll work. So yeah. Okay. So some of you guys know. I'll turn it back around. Some of you guys know that I've chosen to be on the. Oh, that sun is going to be in the way wrong place, isn't it? Some of you all know that I've chosen to be on the lion diet right now, which is a very strict carnivore diet. I'm trying to heal the MS, and I've been on it 6 weeks. I really feel good, and I decided that I'm trying to wait until Passover to do any reintroductions of foods. And around Passover, I'm kind of a little anxious to try sheep cheese again. I had just had it a few months ago and just really love it. And it would travel well in the rig going on a long thing. Yeah. So I'm not sitting the right way. I probably need to, can you see me enough? It's dark. I need to turn around. This is better. Yeah, this is better, right? Yeah. Okay, so here's Miss Terry and
morning.
Lucy.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, you're Miss Lucy. Oh, it's so cute, baby girl. Look at you. Look at you, so good, pretty girl. Oh, no.
Miss Lucy loves Aunt Lesa. Don't you, Miss Lucy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she boiled them with treats, that's why.
Yes, she does. Yes,
well,
she does.
And now that I'm only eating meat too, all the dogs just gather over here.
Oh my gosh.
You got any bones, Lisa? Yeah. So
how's it going this morning?
It's going well.
Hi.
There we go.
What's the name of our camp?
Name of our camp?
Did you name it?
No, it's just Camp Together. I was just
like
doing
that.
a Camp Together.
That's so simple, Lisa.
Oh,
SimplyLesa.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
I don't know. You're pretty good.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Well,
we could do all kinds of things because I've just been chatting with her too. So,
well,
so you know we're on live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
It's my first live stream. I'm so excited.
Oh, is it? Okay. So
we've been friends.
We've been friends for a long time. Yeah. And Terry has a channel. Why don't you do that first?
Sure.
But it's Postcards with Terry, isn't it?
Postcards from Terry, and it's TERRY, and it's like every day I send you a little postcard. Now I do want to warn you, it's a nutty channel, okay? So today's video that I'm launching is poop bucket holder, and then we're going to interview my little stuffed duck. But it can be about boondocking, how to live this lifestyle, stealth camping, which I do a ton of videos. I stealth camp all throughout the United States.
Sure.
But how to cook in a van, just how to make your life simple, or something crazy like I'm interviewing a stuffed toy.
Okay.
You know.
Cool. And is it okay to talk about your disability a little bit?
Yes, of course. Yes,
okay.
Of course. I don't mind that at all.
So when we met years ago, you were just new to being on the road.
I was, and scared. And I had absolutely no emotions at the time. I couldn't emote like this.
I can't see, so I'm hoping.
Good, I can see I'm there. Okay. Yeah, I can see in there. Okay. And but what's changed me? It's so funny because I want to do an upcoming video on overcoming depression because I was depressed for years.
Yes.
But the VA hospital got me this little sucker, Miss
Lucy Lou.
And you know all the pills and all the everything that they were prescribing for me, and it's just for me. Nothing worked. There we go.
This will be easier. Then I can see what I'm filming. Okay, go ahead.
Nothing worked, but slowly, this little Miss Lucy, she brought me out of my depression. And, you know, it's been good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not that solid living in a house or anything. I feel more comfortable out here.
Yeah.
And I'll say it real quick. I was assaulted indoors, so I get very claustrophobic being indoors.
Sure. Sure. And I think it's healthier for us to be outside in nature. It really like heals us somehow.
Diet, exercise,
Yeah.
fresh air, and sunshine. I agree with you.
Yeah.
This is very healing.
Yeah. And so I know at some point you and I could even do a little there's a new thing that YouTube just offered me
Okay.
where I can do a chat together, and you're on your phone somewhere else and I'm on my phone. And
We'll have to
and
do
we can
that.
do it on phones.
That sounds
And
great.
so we could talk about disabilities and being on the road with disabilities, because there's some real challenges with that.
Well,
And we were talking about laundromats,
right.
right?
Yes.
One little simple thing, but
Well, yeah. And our problem with our disabilities, you can't see them.
right.
So like me, I don't, I would rather go to the dentist than go to a laundromat
Right.
because I'm so claustrophobic. So I go early in the morning, and you were telling me you go early in the morning too because you have allergies, which, all the perfumes
chemical
and all the
smells.
chemicals
Yeah.
and everything.
Right.
So,
And propane. Now, if I go to here in Quartzsite, if I go to Main Street Laundry, their dryers are propane, and however they vent them, I can't be inside there. I can run in and put my clothes in and then leave.
Gotcha.
And then if I'm going to dry them, I have to go stay in a car because even the air outdoors is too much for me.
Wow. So this lifestyle really works for you too.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
And we know some other people that are multiple chemical sensitivities, and I don't know what POTS stands for, but I know somebody that has POTS.
Oh,
And I forgot the other ones. Sylvia's, I can't remember hers. Sylvia has something else, sarcoidosis. And some of these things that are they're all kind of borderline autoimmune diseases, but they're all the kinds of things that being in buildings is hard for us. Being around other people is challenging because of maybe the fibers they wear or the smells of the laundry detergents, or and Miss Esther, who goes by Ghost Dancer, same issues. She's pretty severe too. But being able to manage our little homes on wheels helps us to be able to be healthier.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And it's so simple. People, they think I have a traumatic brain injury. So being and PTSD, I have a dual diagnosis.
Yeah,
and one
me
thing
too.
comes off the other.
Yeah.
So basically, being in a house, what I do is, I had a 1-bedroom apartment.
Right.
Nothing was in the 1 bedroom because I was scared to go in it.
Right.
But I would just sit on the sofa, go to the refrigerator, eat some food, use the bathroom, sit on the refrigerator, eat some food, go to the bathroom. And that was my life for a year solid.
Right.
And it's like, I can't live like this.
Right.
I've got to be out here.
Right.
And now, it's funny. I just went through, I don't know anything about live stream, but I'm going to talk about.
No, you're fine.
I had a flesh-eating disease for a couple of months. I didn't know I'd be able to come out here. And I was so depressed. And I can look back in my videos, and it was just depression.
Yeah.
And I've been out here literally on my own for a month, and I bounced back. I'm doing my comedy.
You're
again.
happier again.
I'm so much happier.
Right.
Because there's not the stress that we have in life. You can come over here. I'd love to meet you.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, we
Lisa,
could do
come
that
over
too.
here.
I was going to come because
They also want you to do say your channel again.
Oh yeah.
Some of them are missing it.
Okay. Postcards from Terry, Terry. And if you're thinking about coming to Quartzsite, I have a playlist that shows you where to get $5 shower, $10 showers,
Oh, good
where
for
to
you.
eat, where to eat,
Oh,
all
good
this
for
stuff.
you.
So
postcards from Terry.
Terry, because I'm a tomboy.
Trying to keep you in the
I know
in
it's
the
a little
shot.
hard, but I just guys, I handed Catherine the little tripod thing I have. It's a little hard to hold and hold still.
Yeah.
But just so you guys know, somebody gave me some money the other day, so I ordered
Cool.
the same selfie stick stand that Stan uses from Snazneck. And I'm saying Snazneck. Let me show you how that's spelled.
All
Catherine,
right.
you can bring it over here.
Yeah.
See all the stickers, right?
Mhm.
This is
Very good.
it's Kansas backwards, okay? But Saznek was the trucker that was at RTR's with the big red semi, and he's working on a schoolie.
Yeah, he's doing a schoolie. It's a church bus. He
Yeah.
didn't want to do a school bus to deal with the stop thing and all that. So
Right.
he found
So
a
he's doing
church
that.
bus to do. He's
And-
almost done with it.
And you guys notice, I'm gonna just for a second take this from Catherine and show you guys. I'm picky about things showing on the outside of my car, right? So what I've chosen to do is to put stickers in the frame of my back door. Okay.
Yes, I don't show.
And
Yep, it's mine.
Right.
Stealthy.
and then when I close the door, I'm as stealthy as I can be. Okay. Yes, I have tracks on the thing, and then I had to move over and put them on my right now. If Candy is watching, Candy will know that I've reworked my kitchen boxes again, but I changed my diet, Candy. You know I'm always doing that. And I still love my kitchen box, okay? It needs a little adjustment, but I still love it. And it's still, a real cheap, crafty project that she and I did together. And I still have the silverware drawer with the pretty stuff in it, because what woman doesn't like something that feels a little pretty and
True.
cool?
True.
The aesthetics are sometimes important, but I chose to go ahead and we'll do stickers on these boxes because that won't hurt anything. And so there's Full Tiny House.
Oh wow.
There's mine, but I've got to order more stickers. Everybody wants stickers and I'm out, and I'm not getting them from the company. Somebody said, well, we can get them off of YouTube now. And I'm like, I don't know about that yet. And they were like, well, they only cost $5. And I'm like, well, not the ones I have,
Right.
because I had them printed by a friend, and they're a really nice decal thing that's not going to peel off in a while.
Lesa,
And they're expensive.
when you have a chance, I want to tell the viewers. I want to tell them. Well, okay, about you. Okay.
Oh,
No, now Lisa's one of the original Nomads. We were the first RTR together.
Mhm.
There were 8 of us, and she's one of the originals. But I learned things from Lesa. See, I was scared. I was shaking all
You
the
were.
time.
Yep.
I was having panic attacks constantly.
Yep.
So there were you, Swanky, Bob, the whole gang. We were all there. But Lesa said 2 things to me that blew my mind. The first thing that blew my mind was, you don't need to refrigerate eggs. And it's like, what? And here's this brave, strong woman. Where were you living? I know down south, Ecuador, someplace.
Oh no, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. She's
Mhm.
on her own in Costa Rica.
Yeah, and left not knowing Spanish. Yeah,
Yes.
so yeah.
And I had
That's scary
just
too.
left my husband with
Yes.
my parents, with my husband. First time I'm alone, and then I meet Lesa, and I'm in Costa. Where were you? Big
Costa
strong-
Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yeah.
No refrigerator. This woman was blowing my mind, I
Right.
tell you. But she taught me one very important thing, because people just want to hold on to you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Lesa says all the time, my plans are written in jello. And
Yeah.
that is so true for a nomad. People
Yeah.
try to, where are you going to be 3 weeks from now? I don't know. And
Which
thank
way
you for
does
that.
the road go?
Ro-
People ask me that all the time, and it's like, which way does the road go? I don't know.
Wait,
I
and
don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
meeting you. Who are you?
So
I'm
Kat,
Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. How
Kat
are you?
and her
This is my
husband,
rig right here.
right? Yeah.
Oh, very
live in
nice,
this one.
Very nice.
So we first came out in a Class C.
Wonderful.
So and
Are
when
we
the
in the
kids
sun?
were
No, we should be the opposite way.
That's what I
so the kids, we always told the kids that this is what we were gonna do. We were gonna sell the house, buy an RV, and we're gone.
gotcha.
So and I did a year and a half of research before we even bought our rig in that. So it just sort of come out and find a tribe. And the first thing we came out to was Jamie's van build.
Oh yeah.
So that's when I met
And that's where
Lesa.
she met me. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we.
That was
just
one of
kinda
those
broke
years I was
apart.
doing all that cooking.
Oh
Ugh.
my gosh.
And I'm allergic to propane. So you try cooking for, depends on which event it was, but one time 450 people inside a tent with propane when you're allergic to it.
What's
Oh, good Lord.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. What's
Yeah.
funny, we must have missed each other because he did the van build and
Yeah.
desert cleanup.
Yeah.
I was working in the kitchen and I'm like, get your tacos, get your tacos.
Oh,
And
right.
all the workers, scooping
Right.
up the food and
Right,
everything.
right.
It's so funny. This is such a great lifestyle.
Yeah.
you know, and what a great nomad community. Everywhere I go,
Yeah.
you know, people are scared for us. They sit in their homes and it's like, oh my God.
You're not going to be
It's
safe.
dangerous for
What
us
do you
women
have?
to be out here. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get the feeling of knowing when you're safe and when you're not. When you're not,
Yeah, you learn to
turn your key.
right. You learn to tune into that intuitional thing that
When
says
the hairs on the back of your neck
right.
stand up,
Yeah.
you're gone.
I'm going to give you a pro tip right here. Okay, the axe murderers, everything like that, you know, the people that kill, they're in the cities.
Yeah.
They only come up to the desert to bury the bodies, okay?
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly, exactly. And an old, I guess I should do this. An old tip from park rangers back in the day, and this is a budget tip. Back in the day, they weren't allowed to carry weapons and things like that. So they couldn't even carry a knife. And I'm talking like federal park rangers and things.
Right.
But they used bug spray.
I have wasp spray in
Because
my door.
wasp spray sprays,
Straight.
I don't know, 25 feet, 30 feet,
30 feet.
30
because
feet.
You can't be near
And-
the wasp.
Right, but you can spray a human being even in the eyes. Now you don't want to do this for any reason other than safety,
Right.
but it'll give you time to get away from the human being, but it won't blind them. And so it's a budget safety thing. If you don't, you
Right.
don't want a weapon or whatever, you can. I used to carry things like that in the van. When I had Van Tucket. You remember
Oh,
Van
yeah,
Tucket?
yeah, I
But
remember Nantucket.
I need to look because people keep asking me about those pictures. I need to check. It used to be on Pinterest, but I don't know if it is anymore. But but I used to carry wasp spray then. But I'm so comfortable out here now. I don't do it.
Yeah, like I said, most of the axe murderers are in the cities.
Are in the
so,
cities.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where you're gonna see your high
And that's
crime.
another thing when people are looking for property, when they want to have a home base and be a nomad, that I tell them to get away from the highway, because the axe murderers are also going to be trying to go from one state to another one on a highway, and they are not going to go on a rural road very often unless they're burying the body.
Absolutely.
So
Okay, can I tell a quick funny story?
sure.
Okay, so last night I was camping, right?
Yeah.
And these two women were camping in the car next to me.
Uh-huh.
Now, my van's name, like you name your vehicle,
Yeah.
my van's name is Sparkles.
Okay.
And they were car camping in glitter.
Oh, how funny.
Hysterical.
That's funny.
Glitter
Yeah.
and Sparkles
Glitter.
camping together.
Nice.
I thought that was so wonderful.
Do you have the name of your vehicle? Well, no, you keep yours stealth.
Mine is totally stealth, but
Yeah.
I do have a business card. I can show a business card. I'll go
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah.
But I have no idea how. This is my first live stream.
Oh, well, sometimes I go about an hour. We're at 47 minutes, but we can go as long as we want. It just depends on what happens.
Well, I'll go get a business card.
I thought Mark and some of them were going to come over. I may have to
Yeah,
go.
I want to see all your stuff here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
But do you want to do it? Do you want to do a rig tour for your channel?
Yes, we'll do a rig tour for
Oh,
my
okay.
channel.
Yeah. Because I don't think. Oh, Homer, come be on the thing. Come on, Homer. Oh, there's Coco. Yep. Sorry, girl. I got you doing your stuff. And here's Homer. This is Kat's husband. And then there's always changes in the rig. I know she's saying something about that.
Yes.
Hey, Homer. Oh, you're gonna stand over here for the light to be right,
I'll be
please.
right back. Okay?
Yeah, please. Are you
Terry,
still working with a handle on that thing?
It came
I'm-
off.
I keep.
It came off.
I know, but I keep trying to
Well,
find something that's
I need
more
a different nut.
more flat and strong that
Yeah.
won't
You
bend.
put the wrong bolt nut on it.
And do you have a crescent wrench to hold it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've got a bolt that's about that size with a nice
I
lock
just go
nut.
get a strip of bolt.
Teriyaki
Yeah,
yak
see.
came on.
Oh, okay. Hi, Teriyaki. I do need to look again, don't I? Okay. Please give the channel. Thank you, Iris. All right. Strawberries on the counter. It never gets sick. Yeah, if you eat them quick enough, the store-bought ones.
Daughters of the morning high.
Oh,
Said
hi,
good
people.
morning. Debbie.
Debbie.
Okay. Hi, Debbie. Yes, I understand if you're used to eggs being in a refrigerator, that those ideas will be odd and they will bother you. But if you ever get a chance to travel to another place, another country, you will learn that that's a very common thing and you'll stop being scared. But learning something new is always a challenge.
I was just figured out that I was connected to Homer.
Oh, right. I saw that.
Tiny
Yeah.
house.
They
That's
say
funny.
you can put mineral oil on there.
Yes.
Mineral.
They'll last a year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last
Okay,
year.
never afford electric vehicle, but maybe, what's this? Sorry, does diesel have the same effect? Oh, diesel as far as what? I'm not sure what that question is. Oh, Deb. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta go back up and see. Oh, what is the name of her channel again? You got that?
Yeah.
Deb hasn't driven since 2009. That's a while. It was the ethanol that caused you to break out. Yes, from other alcohol. Yes, some people are. That's not my allergy, but how do you deal with this allergy? Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back up. Used to get gas. Oh, I know.
Be nice.
I heard somebody that was deathly allergic to gasoline. They can't go to the gas pumps, so they had to have somebody else put gas in their car, and they had a lot of trouble. So,
They said cocoa.
so after watching Sasnak, the orange track thing might fit on the inside of the back door. No, because of where my head is, they won't fit on the inside of the back door. But I like them on the top. They're out of the inside space, and it just felt like a lot bigger. So those are the orange, the recovery tracks on the top. Well, okay, and I already read the van aid
And
ones.
somebody was saying something about store-bought eggs are washed, so you can't leave those out.
Well,
But
you can leave them out, but other people will tell you can't. Okay? And you believe what you need to believe. You know,
Okay.
I'm always saying you do you and I get to do me. But
Okay.
I've got enough experience with all eggs. I'm not eating them right now. But if I needed to, I would keep eggs without refrigeration. Now, I also will preface that with, I live in a car. Cars have windows. Windows do a thing called solar gain. When the sun comes through, the inside of the car gets super, super hot.
Yeah.
If you're going to try to keep eggs in a car, you've got to keep them insulated and shaded in order to not have them start to cook inside their shells. So, little doggy interaction here between Miss Lucy and Miss Coco.
Coco's Queen
Lesa,
Sheba.
can I give you my business card?
Absolutely, and stick it right up there for people to see. There you go, postcards from Terry.
Thank you, Lesa.
You're welcome.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
gosh,
hon.
I can't wait to learn from you, Lesa. You have so much.
Oh.
I've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, for a while.
I can learn from you. I can learn so much from you.
Thanks.
And I hope your viewers get to camp with you and find out just how wonderful and warm you really are.
Oh, thank you.
And-
Thank you.
well-
I know there are times I come across as kind of strong
But we
and
all have
whatever.
our bad
But
days.
but
Yep.
bad days, yeah, and maybe I'm having a physical pain.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
there's the maybe somebody made a bad comment before I got online, and
Yep.
somebody
Or email you.
do you remember not Bonnie, what is her name? She just did a video,
Okay.
Nature Glow, the science teacher that teaches kids on,
I got something in my shoe.
yeah, that's fine, that teaches kids online. Nature Glow Science
Oh,
is,
wow.
I can't think of her name right now, but anyways, Gloria.
Okay.
Gloria, I knew it was a G. Anyways, she did a video on my hair,
Oh, wow.
okay, and how I take care of my hair. And then I shared it over to some Facebook group. And there's a woman out there just saying, you're the nastiest person I've ever met.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe you want to sit there with your hair, having all the grease and sweat in your hair. And I'm like, you obviously didn't watch the video.
Right.
And you obviously don't know me, or you would know that I'm not a nasty person. But that's okay. If you want to believe that, you get to believe what you want to believe.
Sure.
I'm not going to try to change your mind, because guess what? That doesn't work.
No.
You
no,
can't change other people.
No.
You can only change you.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if people don't like the way, or that one woman doesn't. But man, if you were the person that I spoke to right after I read those ugly comments about how horrible and dirty and nasty I am, sometimes I'll have a little attitude when I come at the next one, because
Yeah.
I'm like, are you going to be mean too? Please don't be mean.
Yeah.
Right?
I hate that. I hate that.
But some of us people who tend toward that being a little nicer, sometimes that's the way it works for us.
True.
You got a gift coming. Jacob has bought something on your wish list, and you should
No,
be
seriously?
getting it soon.
Oh, wonderful. TJ, do you know which address you sent it to? Oh, I know. When you're doing gifts, they all go to the same place.
Probably.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, wonderful. I might have to drive the 6 hours back to the cabin to get whatever you got. We might ought to talk about that before it's shipped. So
Yes.
maybe. Oh, I am so grateful, but we might need to talk about how I can receive it sooner. So check with me on that one, okay? But thank you so much. I appreciate you. Don't forget, guys, I do have super thanks and super chats and all of that stuff.
It makes it easier for us.
Yeah, it does. And then I also have now Cash App, and I still have PayPal Me, and all those ways if you want to. It's worth it? Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Irish is going to go check out your
okay.
channel, she says here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's so
And I
sweet.
will too, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's crazy. I have no idea. It's
Look-
what's happening right now.
Look at how busy over. Well, you guys can't see. I didn't pull the camera up there quick enough, but all the big RVs leaving today, some of them, and just
It's
seeing the
Sunday.
activity.
They
Right,
gotta go
it's
back
Sunday.
Yeah,
to
they had a
Right.
ham radio
Event
gathering
going
over
on right now. Yeah,
here. Yeah.
that's true. And then next week, I think in Parker is the ATV race,
Yes.
and then a
Because
couple.
they're only going to be here till the 2nd, which I think is Monday or Tuesday.
Something. It's coming up quick.
Something.
Yeah.
I have to go check my
Calendar. And then Valentine's, right around Valentine's, is the pyrotechnic thing up in Havasu.
Oh,
And it's the
wonderful.
students and teachers, and they get to
Okay, till Thursday we will be here.
till Thursday. Okay,
They will.
They
I don't
will.
know what we do.
right.
All our plans
Right.
are written in jello, right,
Yeah.
Lesa?
Yes,
Yeah.
right. All the plans are always written in Jello, but I will also be like not staying here very many more days, but plans written in Jello, just like we said. So,
I'm heading to Palm Springs. Yay.
good for you.
Yeah, it's nice
Good
and
for
warm
you.
down there.
Yeah.
I keep shopping out here in Quartzsite. I keep finding sales. That's why I wasn't here yesterday. I got to get away from that.
Oh, cool.
I mean, when you're selling a whole strand of beautiful beads.
Oh,
these are
right.
Stone beads.
And you're a crafter. I think it said it on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a crafter. And she did. She was going to come yesterday, and her plans were written in Jello. And she texted me, "Oh, I'm having so much fun picking out beads. They're so cheap. I can't come, so I'll come later."
Oh, this is what I do. Joanne's will
Right.
charge $5-10 for a strand of beads.
Oh, yeah.
If you walk around long enough, someone's going out of business, 75 cents a strand for natural beads, natural stone beads. So, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I
And
save,
they're beautiful.
thank you. I save all my money all year round. Then I come to Quartzsite and I buy hundreds of dollars of beads. But I figure I spend about $3 a day average for crafting.
Yeah.
So,
That's okay.
It's a cheap
Yeah.
hobby, but I just spend it all at once.
Right.
And then, like yesterday, I was absolutely in the mood to shop. There are some days I don't want to go into a shop,
Right,
the
right.
claustrophobia and everything.
Right.
So I don't shop, and then all of a sudden, it hits.
Scoot over there.
Yeah, come on over
Scoot
here.
over there. So can we talk finances?
Sure.
Because you're on disability, correct?
No.
Oh, not anymore.
I
Okay.
actually got my service connect. When you met me, I was
Oh,
on
okay.
disability, but I am 100% service connected,
Okay.
and this lifestyle is so cheap. I wind up putting away money every month.
Isn't that wonderful?
It is.
And I'm looking forward to being able to do that again.
Yes.
Sure.
But a lot of it is I donate my time. My
Yeah.
channel, like I said, I go around and I boost other people's channels. I try to help everybody I can. You know what?
Because why not?
Well, I don't have enough money. If I wanted to live in an apartment, I can't
Yeah.
afford that.
Right.
That's the God's honest truth.
Yeah.
That's why I live in my van.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, out here, you don't have to move your vehicle.
Right.
You know, so I don't have to buy gas every day. I just bought gas. In 2 weeks, I used $36 worth of gas.
Right.
And I have a minivan, and it gets because I took out all the chairs, but 27, 28, and I
Yeah.
actually turn off my ignition. I show
Right.
everybody.
Right.
And food, you know, we
Right.
got the discount grocers in town.
Right.
I mean, whatever you're paying at Safeway and Bonds, think 1/3 less, half price.
Right.
So this type of living is very cheap.
Right. It
So,
can be.
It can,
It can be.
It can
And so, and I think that it can be stuff is it depends on your choices.
yes.
Because you can
Absolutely.
spend a lot more money out here if you're not careful.
Oh, definitely.
So and don't forget too, I know I have to tell this to people quite often, there's an adjustment period.
yes.
There's first the adjustment of I'm no longer in a bed and a sticks and bricks,
Right.
but then there's the adjustment after that of, oh, this is what I want to do with my being on the road. Or
Yep.
now for me, I had the adjustments from my initial, I was with husband and family and kids doing vans and campers and camp hosting and trying to work. And then when I moved to Central America, it was backpacking style. I'm
Yes.
house sitting and doing things. And I was on disability and only getting $450 a month in disability.
Yeah, that's hard.
And then by the time I met Bob in 2011, now I'd met him online before that,
Right.
but in 2011, I had $550 a month.
Wow.
And I had gotten that Nantucket, and Nantucket was very expensive and hard for me.
Yep.
But I was still concerned that my ex-husband, who had tried to kill me, now that I was back in the United States, that he would start up again.
Right.
And it wasn't, so I had a different adjustment in that initial van life like that. I didn't want
Right.
people to notice me.
Yes.
I
remember
wanted
that.
I wanted the police not to have to come near my vehicle. I didn't want, it was scary times.
Yep.
And then after Nantucket, I found out that my ex-husband had drunk himself into a wheelchair.
Wow.
And it was like, oh, I can relax. Now what does this look like? I don't understand this part. And then it was like, now I'm not in the survival. I got to run from this and that and be careful where I go.
Yep.
Now it's, how do I do this and have some routine and calm myself down?
Absolutely.
So then it's a different adjustment for that. That's when I learned that I didn't have to move every day. I could stay somewhere for 2 weeks and I was only spending a little bit of gas, and then I could
Right.
move a few miles and spend another 2 weeks, and I could keep my gas budget low enough that
Absolutely.
after 6 months I could have quite a bit of gas saved up so I could go 600 miles.
Right.
And so I think there's some big adjustments there. And
Absolutely.
and then by the time I did the interview, I don't remember what year, maybe 2014 or 15, when I did that interview with Bob and I was in the Honda.
Okay.
I was at that point, I was getting $650 a month, and I was paying everything to old bills,
Right,
trying to
right.
become debt free. And then somebody brought me a piece of land. And
Yes.
so the whole thing was like, what was left over was $250 a month, and that's what I lived on.
Right.
And so I had to be real careful how often I moved the
250 a
van,
month, Yep.
right? And my food budget was the food bank.
Yeah, that was
And
it.
it didn't-
Remember, you,
It didn't help my health,
Yep.
but I couldn't afford to buy groceries. I
Right.
had to use the food bank
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember you doing that and
Yeah.
everything.
because I couldn't get, at that point, I couldn't get food stamps because I didn't have a physical address.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Well,
so-
we're talking about the adjustments of moving into a vehicle.
Yeah.
I have to move into a home soon. It's
Yeah.
not permanent, and I'll
Right.
be doing a lot of stealth camping, but I have to go for surgery.
Oh,
See,
okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
October 21st, I had surgery.
Right.
I had the girls done.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, after a week, I'll just be
Yeah.
on the road.
Right.
No, I was
No.
flat on my back. Then I was hospitalized and everything for
Right.
2 solid months.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready for our second surgery. And I don't know. But,
But you need to recuperate somewhere
I need to
safe.
recuperate
And this
somewhere
is a
safe.
good plan.
This is a good plan
Yeah.
to do it in a house.
Yeah.
But the adjustment of living indoors,
Yeah,
you know,
it's hard.
It's very hard. People don't understand. When I go visit relatives, they're like, "Oh, we got a guest bedroom and everything." It's
Yeah.
like,
And we're like,
no,
no, thank you. The
I'm
van's
not
right
doing
here.
that. I
Yeah.
don't need your
Right.
bed.
And they're like, you're weird.
I
Yeah.
know we're
Yeah.
weird, but it's like I wake up at 6 o'clock.
But
in the
they're
morning.
weird to us.
They're weird to us. Yes.
Now they're the weird ones in our world.
Yes, I wake up at 6 and then I head to Panera Breads. I have my coffee. I upload some videos. I
Right.
mean, that's my office and everything.
Right.
But you know, if you wake up at 9, that's your business. I don't want to be tiptoeing through the house. I got to use the bathroom and be real
Right.
quiet and
Right.
everything.
Right.
It's like I have a full life. Don't worry about me. No axe murderers out here.
Right.
But
Right,
yeah,
right,
I have
right.
to transition to
Yeah.
move back into a house.
Right.
But yeah, that will be sad. But I'm going to be doing a lot of stealth camping up in Huntington Beach.
Cool.
Oh my God, Huntington Beach has a great dog beach, doesn't it, Lucy?
Oh, how nice.
And Seal Beach, Belmont Shore.
You know, I have never been over there.
I know. Well, you're invited.
Yeah,
know.
I will. But
I'll show you the rope.
did you know that in March I'm going to Baja?
No.
So with
Yes.
some other overlander people that are friends of mine.
Right.
So
I can't
so-
go.
yeah, well, but once I do it, then I know me enough to know it'll probably be easy, and then I'll do
Right.
more. But I'm a beach girl. I'm not a rock girl.
Oh, you will love
I'm a
all
seashell.
the beaches out here.
Yeah, and I haven't done. My tracker. I love my tracker.
Mhm.
Everybody,
I've
this
always
is
wanted one.
probably the best vehicle I've ever had for Lesa. But my tracker will go 65 miles an hour, and I can get on the highway, but I do not like the 80-mile-an-hour speed limits when
Right.
people are doing 90.
Yep.
So I try to avoid the major highways. I don't have to, but because it is legal to drive 65 on a highway.
It is.
But
it is.
it just feels scary, so I'm careful.
Well, and my
Yeah.
thing is if everybody would just obey the law. In some
I
states,
know.
it's not there. Stay in the slow lane.
Right.
Let me pass and go around. Do 50, do 40. I
Right,
don't
but
care.
just stay over there.
But I
Yeah,
hate it when you have two cars competing on a 2-lane road and you
Yes,
can't pass. And
right.
It's like
right.
it's just wrong.
I agree with you, but
Worse with
also.
semis. It's worse with semis when they
But-
do it, 'cause
Yep.
you can't get around.
But out here in Quartzsite, we have that 95 going through Quartzsite up
Right.
to Parker, and it's 2 lanes. That's all.
Yep.
And there are double lines on the 2 lanes. And a lot of the license plates, the state begins with a C, and a lot of these people will pass 15 or 20 cars at a time.
Wow.
They got no business
Yep.
trying to pass that many cars at a time. I'm sorry, it's opinion, but I believe it's true. I have seen so many people just miss
Yep.
losing their life by 4 inches. I had a guy the other day. I'm doing the speed limit.
Mhm.
And I do know, yes, I've got a lift kit on this and bigger tires, and I have to watch my speed to be careful.
Right.
But because my speedometer is not quite right, I don't know if they can recalibrate mine, but whatever. But this guy's passing a ton of cars that are not behind me because I'm slow. It's just because we're doing a
Right.
reasonable speed. Sometimes I go a few miles over the speed limit, people. I'm not,
Right.
I'm not a stickler, but whatever. And passing a whole line, and there's a semi, and there's no room for a car to go. He tried to push me off the road.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
he might not have died, but I would have.
Yes.
Because
absolutely.
my little rig, I go off the road into here. There's no
It's not safe.
what's the breakdown lanes?
Right.
There's no breakdown lanes. It's
It's all
sand.
Yeah.
And so the minute your tires hit the sand,
Oh,
it stops the car hard. It's going to roll. It's going to do
Yep,
something.
Absolutely.
And this one being so light, it's going over. And
Yeah.
so, I'm not dying for you people.
Yeah.
So please have a little respect
they can't
and
wait.
courtesy
There are places where you,
where you can pass.
Right.
yeah,
Yes.
that have path lanes. They
Yes.
can't wait for that. They
Right.
got to get around.
So
you
please,
right
please,
now.
please, if you're somebody that watches me, please have a little care for the other people. And on the road and in other things in life, I tell you guys this all the time, but please have a little care and be careful driving. Be just
Yep.
take a little deep breath when it's an anxious thing and you're getting late for something or whatever, because really in the end, And how often do people fly by me and then we're beside each other at the next stoplight?
Absolutely, all
really.
the time.
Yeah.
Well,
So
can I tell you my horror
Yeah,
story?
yeah.
So this just happened a couple of days. So if the speed limit is 75, I'm doing 80. I know about 4 miles over, the cops aren't
Yeah.
going to do anything.
sure.
So this fifth wheel is huge, decides 80's not fast enough. He's going to pass me. But
But
what
a
he
fifth
couldn't
wheel
see,
doing 80?
I
That's
was doing 80.
no, the fifth wheel doing 80.
Yes, I know.
That's dangerous
scary.
towing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But he couldn't see the motorcyclist
In
coming.
front.
And just because he had the right to pass, I
Right.
mean, motorcycles are real small. They don't have the
Right.
great lights and everything. And we're doing 80 miles per hour approaching the motorcyclist.
Right.
And it's like, he missed it. I mean, I had to slam on my brakes
Right.
so he could get over it because he wasn't going to quit.
Right.
It's like he
Yeah.
was going to do it.
Right.
And it's like, just
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
so I
it
feel
is.
bad for the little motorcycles.
Sure.
they're-
it's
it's road
beyond
rash.
scary.
It
Yeah.
is, especially for them.
Hey, Shadow,
Hi, Shadow.
would you like to be on a live video, or are you afraid of cameras? Well, it's my phone. You can't break it because
Yeah,
it's all I
I'll
got. Okay.
Hey, good morning to everybody.
Good
How you
morning.
doing?
So, Shadow, this is Terry,
Hey, Terry.
and this is well, you already know Kat, right?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen it around.
okay.
Yeah.
So, would you like to tell people? Shadow is in this champagne colored.
Road track,
Chevy?
190.
Road Trek.
Oh, it's a
Chevy
road track. Okay.
190.
Oh, a road trek 190. Okay.
Popular, yeah.
Let's tell people a little bit. You used to be a trucker, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me a little bit about why.
About you and about your rig. Just a little quick.
Ain't too much to
I'm gonna go
tell.
drink
I'm
some
just an
water.
old man out here having fun.
Having fun.
You
But
know?
you are having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And you have been able to. They're saying hello to you.
Hey, hi to everybody. I don't know where all you're zooming out to, but
Well, it's just on YouTube, and so
YouTube,
it's
yeah.
so it's people who come in. There's about 13 people watching right now.
All right. Only 13.
Right now.
They should have 100,000 of them out there watching you, ladies.
Well, if I could do the filming in a way that let people do that, or if I was interesting enough.
No, you're
Nah, I think I'm interesting enough. I think I need a photographer.
no, you
I
don't.
need a. Oh, okay. I think I need a husband that's a photographer.
No,
Camera.
you don't want no husband.
Yeah, okay, maybe not a husband. Okay, but a travel companion.
Yeah,
How's
there
that?
you go.
Okay.
There you
That
go.
wants to take the other end.
Yeah.
Anyways, but you have an interesting situation because you have the road trek and
Yes.
you towed a smart car.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Well, it's like I can just set up with a road trek. You can go any place you want to. They fit in a regular parking place. We all know that.
Yeah.
And I can pretty much do anything in that road trek that I want to. But when you set up a camp, you know, it's kind of nice to be able just to let it set and then take your little car and then go around, zoom it around, do what you want to do.
Right, and go shopping and
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
run to the next town.
Right.
And they're really economical on gas
Right.
and stuff like that. And also, if you break down, you know, you got to put your van in the shop
Right.
and you're stuck in a hotel.
Right.
Well, guess what? I can still maneuver around and see things.
Right.
You know,
And you towed it on the there's a trailer. I can't
it's a custom built trailer. for
Right.
the smart
I
car.
can't quite I thought I could zoom out, but I can't zoom out
Mhm.
to show you his trailer, but there's a trailer on the back of the road trek. Tell us though about your on your flagpole you have that bird.
Yes.
What's the deal with the bird? That thing
Well,
is so cool.
No, what's up with the bird? I think it looks like a raven.
Oh,
And
okay.
the raven's kind of like my bird. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, they're not. Everybody really. The raven represents something bad. No,
Well, it
they don't.
depends. Yeah,
They're
depends.
very smart. birds.
Yeah, they are.
And I just thought, with the light up there, the top pole is a light. You know.
Yes.
That's an RGB. And I just needed something to top it off with, so I topped it off with that.
I love it. The first time I saw it, I thought, oh man, here comes a hawk.
Yeah.
And then I went, wait a minute, it didn't move. It's
Yeah.
still in the same.
Yeah. It flies around.
But it's cool. It's
Does
very cool.
circles
It
when the
flies.
wind
And,
gets going. Oh, yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, hey,
so,
you guys have a good one. I
Yeah.
didn't want to
You
interrupt
too.
you. I'm just traveling around, walking around this morning.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to get out here and enjoy life.
oh yeah. And
Okay.
and hey, is the room for everybody and are women safe? From a
Well,
man's perspective.
From a man's perspective, the female has to be careful out here.
Sure.
She definitely does. She has to be prepared for the unpreparable. Okay.
Sure.
It's just like anything else. But around our camp, And the other camps that are out
Right.
here
And
that I've been to,
yeah.
there's no problem.
Right.
No problem.
And generally, as long as we're smart,
Yeah,
right?
as long
But
as you
generally, we're good, right?
keep your 6th sense going for
Right.
you. And be careful where you go. You always, even the male's got to watch his
Sure.
back all the time.
Sure.
But overall, for females out here, it's great. And there's no reason being stuck up in a house. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
In some environment, in some city where you don't want to be,
Right.
just come on out and enjoy it for a week or two.
Right.
You know, grab
Right.
your car, throw you a couple sleeping bags in there, and go have fun.
Right. And is there space for them to come down and enjoy?
Out here? Oh yeah. Look at all this space we got out
I know.
here. And I mean, this is just our camp. Well, there's a couple other camps around
Right.
us, but
Right.
there's plenty of room. And
Right.
everybody's more than welcome out here.
Yes. Yeah.
Anybody.
And
Doesn't matter.
nobody's the boss of it out here.
No.
Exactly.
But
maybe a park
all
ranger,
the boss, okay?
but-
Like the other night around the campfire, a guy had one too many, I think. Maybe
Yeah.
half of one.
Right.
Everybody took care of it.
Right.
I mean, it's great.
Right.
No problem.
And when they do that, when it's my camp, because this is not my camp right here, but when it's my camp and somebody gets like that, I usually have already talked to a couple of guys and I have them take the person home.
Oh, yeah, we help
That's all.
each other out
Yeah,
here. And
right.
I mean, you can learn from each other. There's so many
Right.
experiences out here.
Right.
You don't know where to go. Well, just like me, this is my first experience, really.
Uh-huh.
You know, since being a truck driver. But I mean, people will help you. Like me,
Right.
I'm going to tag along. We're
Right.
moving someplace else, and I'm
Right.
tagging along.
Why not tag
Hey,
along for a while until you're more comfortable or
Well,
whatever?
Whatever
Works.
If you fit in the group, fine. And
Right.
if you don't fit in this group, you
There's-
might fit in that group
Over
there.
there, because
Yeah.
there's plenty of them.
There's plenty of
Plenty
them,
of 'em.
plenty of personalities, but everybody here is really kind,
Right.
friendly, and helps each other out.
Right.
It's great.
Exactly. And wasn't it cool? We've had 2 or 3 different semis come in
Yes.
because Sasnak
truckers.
was a trucker,
Yes.
right? And they've camped right over in
We
here.
have
Yep.
a semi flatbedder out here right now for the truckers. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get in here into
Right.
this one anyway.
Right.
with
And
no
there are
problem.
some places where you need, like me, if you want to go really up in the
in the woods.
or you
Yeah.
want to get up on a rough road and
Yeah.
get away from people a little bit, like sometimes I like to do, then 4-wheel drive for some spots, but you don't need it.
You don't need it. The
You
road
can
track
get
don't
it.
Have it. And
No.
the Smarties sure don't have it.
No, they
So,
don't. And
I can
right.
go any place
And the
in there.
Smarties ground clearance is low, and the minivan ground clearance is
They're
low,
very low.
but they all can get in.
Anybody can get in here.
Right.
Into this area right here.
This particular area. And where are we? A quarter of a mile from the pavement?
I would less than that.
Less.
It's
Okay.
just right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a quarter of a mile from the
And then
pavement.
jump right up on the road and go down into Quartzsite, run up to Parker if you want to. or
Right.
to Boise,
Right.
or the other little
Bouse,
town is
Bouse, yeah.
over there, the other little
Bouse
town.
is a great little town, and we just one of the RV parks is now letting us do showers and laundry
Yeah.
there, and it's very nice and clean, but little.
Yeah, I was
so,
over there the other day. Went over and had a fish, all you could eat fish thing.
Oh, for the from the VFW.
Yeah.
Yeah. The VFW does
Or
do a
whatever
fish
it is.
fish feed. Yeah, it's one of those
Yeah.
things. Somebody's asking me about this screen room behind you,
Okay.
so I'm gonna go.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Well, Steve's not there. Okay. So this screen room, these are called gazebos, okay? And there are more than one manufacturer of a gazebo. Steve, do you want to be on camera or no? Somebody's asking me about your gazebo. So okay. So his is a quick set by the company Clam. There's another company that I love, which is called Gazelle, but you can buy them in different sizes. This one's little, but when it folds up, I'll be interested to see today when he folds it up. I believe it's too big for me in my car, or I would have something like that. But I don't think I can manage that with my car. When it folds up, it's like
There's other
5 feet.
greenhouses I think you would be able to carry.
But whoops, let me. Oh, he's doing he's putting an e-bike in his van, and here's Mark too. Yep, it's all good. So they're putting an e-bike in, and they have the e-bike in a tub. How about that?
Just keep tilting it up. All right. I understand the basket's hit. Yeah, no, just go a little farther. It's hit the handle. Just push in 1 inch and then it'll go up.
Okay, his stuff's a tight fit, people. But anyways, this is what a clam is. They, a gazebo is. They don't have floors, but you can get floors for them. They're screens. You can get wind walls. You have to stake them out properly, or they will collapse. But they, so this one is. Oh, here, this label will be better for you. So this one is made by Clam. And they're, I like the Gazelle company, but I don't think Gazelle makes one this size. And this is what it feels like inside. And then
someplace to hang a light in the middle.
Right, yeah, there's a place for a light up there. And I'll go into Catherine's in a minute. Catherine and Homer have their wind walls up on theirs. They have the same thing. So, oh, and this one says down here, whoops. I know I'm walking around a little, people, but this one says Traveler, Clam Traveler. So maybe there's a specific thing to look up to make sure if you're looking for that size. This is where Hobo and Saznek have been having the campfires at night, and they pull a couple of vans around to block the wind. So there's a Stan over there. We'll go say hi to Stan in a minute. Maybe we'll go now since these guys are busy. We'll go now. Whoops. I'm not watching what I'm seeing or what you're seeing. Hi there. Do you want to say hi on the live?
Sure. Traveling Timothy here. Nice
Traveling Timothy, nice to meet you. I haven't met you. I'm SimplyLesa.
Oh,
I'm in the Chevy Tracker.
wow. Well,
You have something?
I gotta get you. If you get me, I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. So
we have Traveling Timothy videoing SimplyLesa.
there you go. While Lisa's videoing Timothy. Traveling Timothy. There you go.
Two YouTubers videoing each other.
This is a fun thing.
This is a funny thing.
Yeah, it is a funny thing. So, okay.
Well, nice to meet you. So
Nice to meet you
is there
too.
an email, or they can just find you?
If you walk over to my tracker, the front license plate has the .com and the fact that I'm on YouTube and everything. And my .com has buttons to go to all the stuff I do.
Uh-huh. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So I'm working on that. It's still a kind of a basic thing, but
I'm trying to get out of the wind.
oh yeah, the wind is the wind's a thing. Oh, and look at the wood we can get at Quartzsite, right? It comes in bags. I don't know how much it is a bag. The boxes were $15 this year. But yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what my camera's on right now.
So
But,
your tracker has all that on it.
It does, and you can poke around and look. It's I live in it, so you're gonna, if it's a little messy, just ignore it. But it's not. I don't mind if you take pictures. And I'm so excited that I finally got those recovery tracks up on the roof, because now I can move my driver's seat again. They were on the back of the driver's seat for, I don't know, 4 months. So yeah. So but yeah, go ahead and take pictures of stuff on the car.
Okay.
Thank you, Timmy. Timothy. And there's Catherine again. Look, people brought cornhole things or whatever you call this. They're beanbag games. I have a beanbag game, I think, on my wish list.
I have the headset goggles,
And this is
so I see everything in real time. Yeah.
Stan.
I can fly my drone from there to here. Hey, how you doing?
Good, but I'm letting you know that my camera's on live. Yeah, is it okay?
I knew that.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you
Don't
knew.
look at dirty underwear in here, though.
We're not. We're just looking at, here's Stan, Mr.
Hey, how you doing?
Snazneck himself. Ah,
Oh,
look at how cool his van is, too.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't call these
I need
vans.
to
It's beautiful.
bust it out. It's dirty and dusty in there.
Oh, I never noticed your little
Maybe
tiny light
someday.
up there, too. That's a nice
That's-
tiny one. Yeah.
That's the
but I
lights that
like
came
them.
with the van. You know,
Oh, from the,
actually
oh,
used them.
that I like it.
There was 1, 2, 3, I
Three.
think, in the roof.
Yeah.
And 2 in the back.
Oh,
When you
okay.
open the door, the 2 in the back come on from
Sure, from the
the
dash.
truck.
Yeah.
From the truck. and then these are attached to the house batteries for that switch. Right
Oh, okay. So you have
I
a
have
little more
both ways.
control.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
yeah, I don't
that's
need
good.
five
And
lights in here.
I love that you use the 80/20
Yep.
extrusion to build these. That's what I thought about doing in my tracker.
Did you see this?
Oh, did I see that?
Did you see that?
Whose is that? Look at that. Thank you, sir. And this is Stan's channel is Sasnak. And I think it's funny that you put it over Hobotex. Yeah.
Tom doesn't think it's funny.
Well, I think it's funny because y'all,
It's all in good fun.
Look at all these cool. This one's pretty. Loving it.
Yeah.
I mean, living it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got just
How
different,
cool.
different stickers. I mean,
But it's a
like
good
your
place to put 'em.
energy. That's the batteries, the
right,
solar
right,
panels and stuff.
right.
The Insta360 is a camera I have.
I know.
But
Do you
just-
have one of those? I've been thinking about getting one. And I'll talk to you about that later
Yeah.
because I think that a wearable camera.
No,
might be
mine's
nice.
the same size as a GoPro.
Oh, okay. You have the square one.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the same size
I'm
as a
thinking about
GoPro,
the
it just
other
has a
one
little
that's
bit of size.
magnetic and it's wearable.
He has one of those, and it's not 360. It's 180.
Oh, okay.
You know, and you can put it on.
But it's
here
still
and
point
whatever.
of view.
Yeah.
So if I was walking around, it's still,
Yeah,
and
you
I
can put
think,
it on your collar or whatever, and you walk around, and,
Right.
and then when you edit, you can point the camera wherever you want.
right,
Not 360.
right.
180.
But yeah. And it has a thing you can put it on your windshield too. Yeah. So I could get some drive videos.
Model that well.
It's
He
not.
had one. He puts them on his drones.
Oh,
And that way when he's
Oh,
flying
yeah,
around,
yeah,
I
he
can edit
gets-
the footage.
gotcha. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So, and thank you. I did order. They didn't have any of the selfie sticks like you have. When I went on to Amazon, there was none.
Mhm.
And then the next day there was one, and so I bought it right
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Somebody
They-
gave me
they-
some
they
money,
work
so
well,
yeah, I'm
I've
awful.
got one extra at home because if it breaks,
Yeah.
I've got another one. I didn't
Right.
bring it with me.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
but
And you came into this from trucking. You didn't come into this from being
No.
down and out kind
no,
of thing.
I came into this because my mom was sitting there talking one day, and she says, I was leaving San Diego, going
Uh-huh.
to Atlanta, Georgia, and I called her. I was somewhere in Arizona. I called her and said, "Hey, Mom, how you doing?" We started talking. Where are you going? "I'm going to Atlanta." Okay.
Mhm.
Well, about 3 weeks later, I was leaving Chicago, going toward Atlanta.
Mhm.
And I called Mom. "Oh, hi, Mom. How you doing?" So I'm heading down to Atlanta and everything. She goes, "Oh, you're finally getting down to Atlanta?" And it dawned on me, she thinks I'm still on that other load. I'm like, "No, Mom, I went to Atlanta. I went here. Oh, my, I didn't know you drove that much, you know." And I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, what do you think I do? I'm a truck driver. I put 3,000 miles, 3,500 miles a week on, you know." And she's like, "Oh, I just had no idea you drove that much." And so I thought, well, Mom, I've been doing this for 5 years, and she doesn't realize what I do.
What you do? Yeah.
I'll make a couple videos and just show her an
Oh yeah.
average
Okay.
day in my life, you know,
Yeah.
what I do day to day, you know.
Right.
So I made, I think, 3 or 4 videos or something like that, threw them up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And next week or so, there's 18 subscribers. I'm like, who's subscribing to this?
Right.
I made a video for my mom. Who's
Right.
Well, I kind of found out it's my aunt, my uncle, my cousin.
Oh, right.
You know,
Mm.
Mom told them about it, so they went on and subscribed.
Right.
And Mom didn't want to subscribe. She says, I don't want to pay for a subscription on YouTube. Mom, subscriptions are free. You know, what do you mean? You know, she's thinking like a magazine or something.
Right.
So-
Right. That you pay for. Yeah.
And I'm like, no, basically it's just a bookmark so you can find the channel real quick.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So I finally got her subscribed. And so then I couldn't account for about 5 or 6 more people. And then I was talking to a friend of mine. He goes, "Oh yeah, me and my wife and 4 kids, we all subscribe." Oh, okay. Well, that makes 18. So I knew all 18 people subscribed to
Yeah,
the channel.
yeah.
And I put a video out and I only get 12 views. I'm like, all right,
Sure.
who isn't watching? Who
Right.
isn't
Right.
watching?
Right.
Yeah.
Who didn't see it? Yeah.
So anyway, and then I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks later, I've got 50 people subscribed, then 80, and then 200. I'm like, who's watching this stuff? It's just me
Right.
driving a truck showing you.
Right.
And people seem to like it.
I know. I
It just
used to
kinda
love
grew from
watching
there.
you all the time.
So it just kind of grew from there, and then and it kept growing and growing until I got in June of 19. I ended up wrecking the truck,
Right.
and
that was the big one.
Yeah,
The big
tore the
videos.
truck up.
Yeah.
And anyway, so and we had already talked about leaving or quit, retiring and going travel around in an RV. And we were planning on doing that in 19. We were planning on at the end of the year in 2020,
Mhm.
January 2020, we were both going to retire.
And-
We were going to
and-
go travel around in a bus, in an
right,
RV.
right.
And so when I wrecked the truck, I'm getting ready to sell it here in a few months anyway.
Right.
Why buy another truck?
Right.
I ain't got nothing to do from June all the way up to December. What am I going to do? I got 5 months to kill here. I've got 5 months to kill. What am I going to do? So I ended up going to Kansas and helping a farmer friend of mine, and drove a truck up there, but it wasn't cross country trucking. It was hauling grain from, you know, the field into the yard, into the co-op or whatever. And somehow or another, people just didn't like that as much. You know, oh, it's just farming videos. I learned more about farming. I thought that was fascinating. You know? But the people that were watching the channel, I want to watch trucking, and I wasn't trucking across country in a open highway. I was dirt roads and, you know, out in the fields and stuff, and doing a lot of videos about, well, this is how combine works, or this is how corn grows, or whatever. You know, this is the, you don't just take a seed, put it in the ground, and walk away. You have to tend to it, and all the chemicals and fertilizers, and, you know, and the kind of
and the water system,
the sprinklers, all that different stuff. You know, it's not just, you know, put a hole in the ground and throw a seed in it and walk away. You've got a lot more to it than that. I mean, just to give you an idea, he bought just recently. He bought about a 3-year-old combine. It cost him like $600,000. A 3-year-old combine.
Right. I mean, they're crazy. Crazy prices for that kind of.
And that's just the combine. That's not the header.
Right.
You know, there's different kinds of headers you can attach for different kind of crops. A weed header is totally different than a corn or a row head. So anyway, he had to buy the 2 or 3 different heads for, you know. And by the time he's done, he's got, you know, $900,000 into this combine.
Right.
And, you know, you got to pay for it somehow. Right. You know, you got to do a lot of acres.
Right.
You know? But anyway, I just
it's
found
the
that
product.
But apparently people that were watching didn't. So the whole channel just slowed down. It was a steady growth on subscribers and viewers and all that. Steady growth until 19. And then it just kind of flattened out and didn't do anything.
Right.
And then I ended up bought a motorhome, and I had it for about 4 months. And she decided she better stay working because she re-looked at her pension and stuff like that.
Right.
I better stay. I'm not. I don't know the right phrases or right term, but it wasn't fully mature.
Right, and it would be better if she.
Just 2 more years would be.
Would be a whole lot better. Yeah.
So it's just like taking Social Security too soon.
Right.
You know? Right. So anyway. So all right, well, so I went out and bought another truck, and that's the truck I have now. I drove it around for a few years, and the channel just kind of stagnated around 50,000 viewers. And then last year, after Quartzsite out here, I happened to stumble into that trucker convoy in DC, and I ended up going to that, and I doubled my
Miss SimplyLesa
subscribers
didn't even know about. Right.
Yeah. Well, I knew there was a convoy, but I didn't know what the reason for the convoy was. I thought it was truckers going up to bitch about fuel prices or something. And well, you know, they do it all the time, and nothing ever happened. Then I just went over to make a video about the convoy. Right. And just gonna make one video and then keep doing my thing out
doing
here.
Your thing, right?
And realized the convoy wasn't about truckers. There were some truckers in it, but it was an American convoy going up there to protest about the COVID and all the you know, mandates and stuff, you know. So I'm like, oh, that sounds good to me. So I jumped into it and went up with it. And because I had the YouTube channel, I became their media basically.
Okay.
Because the news was ignoring them.
Right. Okay.
The evening news, CBS and NBC and all that, they were just ignoring it.
Sure.
Even Fox didn't really talk about it, you know.
Okay.
They just kind of ignoring the whole thing.
And so that's how your channel.
It was a huge movement. So yeah, and I mean, I didn't really realize how big it was until we got to Albuquerque. Yeah. And man, this is, you know, people on the bridges, unbelievable the turnout. You know, not just the people in the convoy, the turnout. Right. And you know, 1,000 people sitting on a bridge. Wow. You know, and all the ramps and everything. Sure. You know, we drive by. And I was impressed by that, but what really got me was Amarillo. We come into Amarillo, and they had people lined up for 10.5 miles along the freeway. Wow. It was just nonstop.
Wow, that's incredible.
And I was amazed. I mean, the fire trucks had come out, with booms up, and had the flat flag. I mean, it was like 4th of July parade. Wow. You know, just for us.
Or like that Harley thing they do for what is it, Memorial Day? The Harley guys go into DC.
Yeah, it was much bigger than that.
Bigger. Yeah.
Much bigger than that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just.
But the camaraderie thing and the pulling people together.
A trucker convoy. boy, no, it was about, you know, a couple dozen trucks leading it, but other than that, it was 1,000 cars.
Wow, how cool.
I don't know how many. At one time, we were just, you know, when we went across Illinois, the lead truck was going into Indiana, and the last truck hadn't left Missouri yet.
Okay,
It was 150
wow.
miles long.
Wow.
And that's from Indiana, Illinois
Yeah.
police. Okay.
Wow.
Oklahoma. The first truck was actually going into Joplin, Missouri, and the last truck was still on the other side of Oklahoma City.
Dang.
That's the Oklahoma City or Oklahoma Highway Patrol
Right.
report, not us.
That's crazy.
Because they're on the radio. Hey, the
Yeah.
first truck is just coming into Missouri right now.
Right.
Oh yeah, well, hell, they're still on the other side of Oklahoma.
Right.
And-
Wow,
and
that's
not the last
incredible.
truck, but the last cars.
Car, right.
They were stretched out forever. I mean, it was,
Wow.
that was
What
we
a
wanted-
thing to be a part of.
yeah, you know, and the news didn't cover it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just they totally ignored it because
Right.
it was all politics. You know?
Well, I'm glad you did.
So
Yeah.
anyway, we went and did all that, and my viewers went from 60,000 to 130 almost. 129, I think, is the highest we
Right.
got. And then after the convoy, all those people that were watching it because of the convoy, they stay subscribed, a lot of them, but
Right.
they don't watch because there's no convoy stuff.
Right.
They're subscribed and over there, but
Right.
they might check in once in a while, but they're not regular viewers.
Sure.
So the channel just kind of went back down to where it is now.
Right.
118,000 subscribers, and a typical video will make about 3,000, 4,000 viewers.
Right. But still,
Yeah.
that's still great.
No, you can't make a living on
Okay, you can't make a living on
you
it,
can't
but
make a living on that.
yeah,
It's
that's
beer,
true.
It's beer money.
That's true. I know how mine is. I do a happy dance about once every 6 months when I get $100 check. So, you know, and I'm like, okay, people celebrate.
Right before I wrecked the truck in 2019, I was making about $2,000 a month on YouTube.
Wow.
Now I'm making maybe 500 a month.
Oh,
you
okay.
know? So I mean, it's
Yeah.
not enough to live on as far
Right.
as, you know, mortgage in a house and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. You know,
I would like to consistently
Yeah.
have about $250.
well, it depends on what your level is.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'm
talking-
still on disability and I'm not
I'm
trying to
talking-
affect my
I'm
check.
talking
So.
to you, and you don't need a whole lot of money
Right.
because you choose
Because of the way
it is.
yeah.
I don't fit in a tracker.
Right.
So,
I know.
I need a little bit bigger rig.
Right.
And I
And
just-
you have a different lifestyle
Right.
than I do. You
Right.
have different, yeah.
And that's not like I'm going out and blowing thousands of dollars on
No.
Caribbean cruises and stuff like that, because there are people that are making
That do that too.
good money,
Yeah. Right.
and they enjoy that income.
Sure.
I'm kind of in the middle somewhere. I'm not rich. I'm not poor. I'm just
Right.
kind of just average Joe.
Right.
you know.
Right. But
you know,
to have things this nice, you need a little bit more than I
Yeah.
do.
well,
And
I got a lot of money in this just because it's a fairly new van.
Sure.
I didn't want a 20-year-old van with 400,000 miles on it. So
right.
bought-
I mean,
bought a
I've already
van.
had them and that's hard
Yeah.
to maintain.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Well,
Lord.
it's easy to maintain. It's hard to pay for.
Well, yeah, okay,
And
that too.
I paid that. This is
Yeah.
paid off. and
See, and I'm not a mechanic, so when the axle went in my old van,
So I made good money
Yeah.
in the trucking industry and everything.
Right.
I've saved.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. you know,
save money.
This guy
Yeah.
over here and that guy over there and that lady over there, they all
Right.
have these pensions and stuff.
Right.
Or they have decent retirement funds of some
Sure.
type. I quit working today. I quit making money today. I
That's
don't have
right.
Any kind of pension.
Right.
Social Security isn't going to be that good for me.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So.
And so you had to have a plan or you
have
wouldn't,
money in reserve.
Right.
You know?
Or you wouldn't be
I've-
able to.
I've got money, but you take.
you need a big
I'm
emergency fund.
57 years old. Let's say
Yeah.
I lived to 77 years. I've got more than enough for 20 years.
Right.
What happens if I've lived to 97?
Right.
I'm broke.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
I have to look that far ahead.
Yes.
I'm looking 40 years in ahead. Am I going to have enough money to
Right.
you know, buy shoes?
And some of
And
us,
shoes will cost 80.
Right.
Shoes will cost $800 by then.
Yeah.
right,
Or they won't
Yeah.
even be dollars. They'll be, you
Yeah.
know,
something else. Yeah.
they'll be Chinese yen.
Yeah. Something. But,
The way things are going.
yeah. And I think that it's something that people who are less fortunate need to kind of remember to put in their
Your budget.
budgeting and financial mindset is to save aside, because if you're out here without an emergency fund, you're going to have a harder time.
My dad, this is everybody listen.
It's on your phone.
Everybody listen to this. My dad had a real good friend, and I looked up to him like a second father. You know, and he was about 10 years older than my dad. He's passed away now. But as a kid growing up, I just idolized is too strong a word, but I really respected him.
Mhm.
Okay, and he told me something back when I was probably a teenager somewhere. I think it was about the time I got my first job. I was 13 or 14 years old. I got my first job, And I got my first paycheck. It was like $47 for putting up
Mhm.
hay for a week. Oh, I got $47. That's all. And I was so
Mhm.
used to getting a $1 allowance,
Right,
you know.
right, right.
And it's because I, took the trash out, cleaned the garage, washed the car, and
Right.
oil change and stuff like that. So I got $1 allowance, and all of a sudden I got $47 for working a week putting hay up. Oh man, it was so much money. And he gave me advice. He said, "Pay yourself first." What do you mean pay myself? I didn't, 13-year-old
Didn't
kid,
understand.
it just didn't sink in. So
Right.
explain. He says, "You got $47. You take 10% of that, $4.70, and you put in that savings, and don't ever touch it,
Mhm.
and it'll grow interest. Your next check is $52. You put $5.20, 10% in a separate account, into a separate savings account, and just leave it. Never touch it. And you will be a millionaire by the time you're 50.
Yeah.
10% of
Yeah.
whatever you make, and then that
Yeah.
compounds, and compounding interest it's unreal."
Right.
And he says, do that. And
Did
I
you
kinda
most of the
I
time?
kind of did.
Kinda.
I kind of did.
But it
Of
was
course,
a good idea.
Well, when you get married, you don't have enough money. You got two
You-
car payments, rent, and you're married, and you got
Right.
a kid to feed, and you need every dime to do that. There
Right.
was years when you couldn't do it, but there was times later on I remembered that I need to get back into it.
Right.
And but yeah, that's if you're somebody watching right now and you're 50 or 20 years old,
Mhm.
do that. Pay yourself 10%. You
Right.
pay yourself first.
Right.
And then you live on the 90%.
Right.
Pay that 10% to yourself. That
Right.
If everybody did that, we wouldn't need Social Security. We
Right.
wouldn't have any.
We wouldn't.
We wouldn't
Yeah.
have any poor.
Right. Right.
Everybody would have some money saved away.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But it's not the American lifestyle.
Right.
No,
And
you
that's
spend
my
every
goal
dime.
to get
you gotta
back
run
to
down
that.
to Walmart and pay every freaking dime of your money.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's just the way.
Right.
It's just the way our society is. There's everybody's trying to get that dollar out of your pocket.
Right. They are. Yep. Yeah.
You need to figure out the strategy to keep that dollar in your pocket.
Right. Stan, thank you so much for talking to us today. You know what? I love you, Stan. You've been good.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that. I didn't think to hand you the camera. You could have gotten a hug.
Well, let's do it again.
Oh, we could do it again. You want to hold
You
it?
ready?
Yeah. Whoa, look
Wow.
ready for that.
He is
Woo, okay, all right. I'm good for a minute. Thanks,
I
Sam.
said she was following you because she felt like she was a freedom fighter while watching you during the conference.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay. That was a comment from them. Yeah. Oh, nice.
And somebody else liked your beard, probably.
Yeah, like you don't have to shave.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I'm still showing you stuff in camp, but we're past an hour. Oh, we're at almost 2 hours. Wow. I think we can, let's see. Somebody wanted to see another gazebo. I'm going to go show you one with the wind walls on. It's the same style as, whoops, turn the camera back around so you can see that. Whoops, it didn't do it. There we go. So that's Steve's. We're going to walk over to Kat and Homer's. They have the wind walls on there so you can see that part. And I believe, I'm not 100% certain, but many of these gazebos, you have to buy the wind walls as a separate piece. And they often come in a 2-pack. So you have to buy 2 2-packs to get them. But so these are the wind walls. And they, attach like this with some Velcro. Yeah, you can see the Velcro. But it makes a nice pretty sturdy spot. When the wind is super hard, like we've had some really high winds, this handle, which is how you pull the sides out on these, you put a ratchet strap or a really good bungee through these and stake them out, and then that helps hold it when the wind is really high. But they get staked down, and again, this is how they come, no floor. But they now, for some of these small ones, they sell a separate floor you can get for them. And there's a spot up there to hang lanterns. And it makes a nice little outdoor space if you have room to carry it. Like I said, I don't believe that I can carry this in my vehicle, but I'll wait till somebody puts one down and double check the size.
But we have a little propane fire pit that we could put in here, so it's
Yes,
nice
you
and
can.
warm.
Yeah,
So on those windy days and that.
yeah,
so.
you can have all that. Coco, goodness gracious. Homer, do you want to say anything before we've been almost 2 hours. I'm going to get off.
Lisa's a very good person.
Oh, thank you. I paid him to say that. You know how I pay people after you saw me hugging on Sasnak, right? No. But whoa, I almost stepped on her. No, is there anything else you want to say before?
No.
We'll do an interview another day.
Property, maybe.
Oh yes, you guys will, but I have to make sure we have that you can get in on the road. So that'll be something. This winter's been rough on the roads up there.
I've been on a lot of rough roads.
Right, but I'll have to check ours before we know the answer. So okay, well then I'm going to
do some work on your property for you.
Oh, that's always nice. You know, I appreciate help. And I do have a couple of things that need to be finished.
I did Wes's property,
Oh yeah.
cleaned it up and got it ready for him. He wouldn't have been ready.
Oh yeah. I've done a lot on mine. I've had mine 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, I've been up there
I was
longer.
looking
But,
for my little wrenches so I could put that nut on.
oh,
it. I
that
put a
thing
different
on
nut
you.
it.
He's
Well,
you.
I cut a bolt in half. It would work better because that one he put Tom helped me and he put a nut on it. Wouldn't screw on.
Okay, but I have more of those same
I got
bolts.
it now.
Oh.
It's fixed.
Oh.
Got a handle on it now.
Oh, good.
So we can open the door to get out.
Okay, good. That was the whole point. Yeah. His so Homer was working on, let me go show you this. Their door handle is broken and I guess it costs quite a bit to get another one. Oh, but you still use this stuff. Oh, this is better.
Yeah.
Okay. He had a little he
bracket.
had a little piece of something else on here, but it was too bendable. And it was a problem. But you see how the handle was here and it was a pull-out thing. And they couldn't get out quick or anything because they had to have a pair of pliers to try to move this. And I guess this whole piece now for some of these are
Well, you got to get the whole thing from
right.
the back and the front.
right. It's a whole one-piece thing. They used to be 40 or
We're gonna-
50
we're gonna
bucks,
get
but now
one.
they're like
I
300.
might just keep
guess.
this for emergency only.
Right. But at least he's got a way they can get
Yeah.
it out now. So he's kind of handy that way. So all right, guys, I'm going to turn this around and I don't have a typical ending. Yeah. So I'm gonna walk back over here closer to the tracker and say my goodbyes to y'all. Let me take one last look at so here I am beside the tracker again. I'll take I'm gonna lean on this, take one more look at you guys' live chat today. Oh, well, we were working on the hug. I think we got it, but I handed off the camera anyways. Right? Okay, I'll go look at some of these things. TJ, I will talk to you about the gift. Okay. Bye, y'all. You all have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week. Ciao.